Yo, what it is, with the best podcast in Long Beach, California. Your boy Tacos and Workouts, often imitated, never duplicated, but you know what it is. What's up, everybody? I'm back, and I have with us my good friend. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hey, what's going on, man? Go by Aster. My YouTube channel is Voice of the Barrio. Appreciate the homie for inviting me on.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about your channel, man.
Yeah, so pretty much on YouTube, I got a channel called Voice of the Barrio Radio, and it's pretty much just showcasing local music and tapping on local events going on social media in the Southern California Chicano community.
That's cool. That's cool. But you also want on any other audio platform other than YouTube?
Yeah, we got on Spotify we got the Voice of the Barrio Radio, and we got the Tony's Talk Showcase. You can also check us out on the website, www.tonystalkshowcase.com, 7 days a week. We're giving you interviews, music, different content for motherfuckers to check out and hopefully enjoy.
Damn, let them know, let them know everywhere you're at, man. So they could catch you in all different platforms, man. You want to shout any of your sponsors?
Yeah, well, let me see who we got sponsored this week. This week we got Blast Union, so I want to give them a huge shout out. I want to give another shout out to my boy Benji's Bikes and Fits, located in the city of Coachella. Also, man, all the vendors out here in the Coachella Valley, man, that are doing it, I just want to kind of, tip my hat.
Yeah, what's up, man? Yeah, everybody working hard out there trying to get that bread, trying to get that paper, man. Saludos, man. Do your thing, man, for sure,
Hell
man.
yeah, brother. We support the small, the mom and pop shops and stuff like that. So whether it's gear or food, we're gonna come to the hometown first.
Yeah, man, that's good. That's good. So, what else are you doing on your podcast, brother? If you don't mind me asking.
Yeah, on the website, pretty much 7 days a week, we're giving you new music, we're giving you freestyles, whatever's locally in the Coachella Valley, artist wise, we're showcasing their talent. And I'm just trying to put a spotlight on the raw talent that we have out here in the 760. A lot of my people have been kind of like the Coachella Valley was slept on for like since the jump, my boy. It wasn't until about 2015 when this newer generation started rapping. They put our area on the map. So, in return, I try to just give them a platform to vent, drop new music, stuff like that. And if you're a small business, if you got a product you're pushing, you want some positive stuff, we always shout you out. We sponsor, we get back to the community. That's just a little, small summary, bro.
That's cool, man. And you promote a lot of like music artists, right? Are you also like, do you manage any of them or anything like that?
Yeah, I do a little like what I call it, like something the opposite of what Suge Knight did. It's almost like a nonprofit management where if I have some young homies that can't afford studio time, if they can't afford instrumentals, if they can't afford cover art, I try to take them under my wing, give them a little push, and invest a little money in their talent. And it's been working out pretty good. I can't complain. We got a few guys on my belt. Cyclone 7-8, the little homie Crook, Psycho G, just all local artists that are trending in their circle and in their community and their age group.
Yeah, I think Little Hater said he's gonna be doing a video pretty soon. I don't know when he's gonna be dropping that video, but I think he said he's gonna have a display some of the local artists out there. So I can't wait for that episode to come up, man.
I'm looking forward to that right there, man. I'm a huge fan of the homie. Salute.
Yeah, man, Little Hater's been busy, man. That guy doing some crazy moves, man. Big shout out to Little Hater. If he's watching this, man, keep on doing your thing, man. When you get a chance, come visit us at Tacos and Workouts, man. But I think he's out there doing his thing, man.
Yeah, big ups, little hater, man. Cuba, my boy. Where you at? Dollar tap in, my boy.
Oh man. Let's get into it, man. Look, man, I've been talking to you for a little bit. What was this thing with this no jumper, man? Because I keep on hearing about something about he invited a tranny onto his show. Did that episode ever come out, by the way?
Yeah. He dropped an interview, and then he had no jumper Adam. He had a panel with I think like six different transgender, individuals on there to try to, just have an open debate, I guess, dialogue or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, and oh, I said tranny, but yeah, it's transgender. I don't want to offend nobody. He had a transgender lady, and I think she said that she did something with one of his friends, and I'm like looking at this, right? Look, man, let me start off by saying this, man. For those who know who I am and what I do, I made an episode. I don't know, a couple months ago, maybe sometime last year. I think maybe it was November or October, where I said no jumper is trash, right? But that's just my opinion, right? And I said that you don't get anything of value out of it watching it, and that it gives me headaches, right? So with that being said, but
Hey,
this
I
is
think
my
your Wi-Fi's
opinion,
fucking up,
right?
bro.
What's up? My mic's fucking up. Is it back?
You there?
Hello. Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, there we go. You back, bro?
Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry about that. So, so with that being said, right? That's just
We
my
lost the
opinion.
audio, though, my boy.
Oh, hold on. Let me unplug. Go. Can you hear me there? No?
Oh no, this was going good too. What happened?
Oh, man. Having some bad audio
My
problems.
Wi-Fi's good on my end. Nah, I can't hear you, bro, at all. Quick commercial,
Can you hear
everybody.
me? Give me 1 second. Damn. Oh, bad luck over here.
Oh, there we go. You're back, bro. And then we lost you again.
Be right back.
Oh no, we good. You back now. Sweet. Salute to the homie. We back. We back. We back. So we right here chilling with tacos and workout. We're gonna tap on the no jumper situation. It's a little deeper than the whole tranny topic. It was more, Adam kind of baiting his friend into being a weird position. We got it going. Hey, we back, tacos. We back, homie. It's back, dog. Shit happens. The Wi-Fi's going good, dog. Let's get it. Check me out. Always on the audio. Hit that sub. Go on SoundCloud. Check out Junior the Youngin. You got some good music out right now. We back. We back. We back, homie. You know how we do it. I'm located in the motherfucking 760. Sorry for cussing.
You back?
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
we good, brother. We good now, bro. As soon as you got up, it was good, bro.
Damn.
I kept it cracking though,
Hold
bro. I
on.
kept it cracking, bro.
So, if anybody can hear me,
Yep.
damn, I hate it when this happens.
We got you now, bro. We good now.
Hold
Can you
on.
hear me, bro, or now? I hear you pretty good, my end, brother.
Yo, 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 can you hear me? Nah, I think you couldn't hear me. Well, anyways, let me continue what I was saying. Um, so the way I feel about No Jumper, right, is that a lot of what they do. Yo, yo,
What's
yo,
cracking, bro? We back.
yo.
Hey, can you hear me?
Damn. Yeah, man. I was like, what the hell happened?
Wonder why I was
Um,
doing that. Wonder why I was doing that.
I don't know, man. It tends to happen. Maybe it's ring rust.
we'll just have to clip that, and that from here on out will be the upload, probably. Maybe who knows?
Nah,
Clip a
man,
little part.
we live.
Hey, I kept it cracking, bro. Hey, but pretty much on that whole no jumper situation, what it was is Adam knew that his co-host had hooked up with a tranny. He
Yeah,
invited that person on to air out his co-host. The real question is that right or is that wrong? So we were having that debate all night. I don't know how you look at it, but if if I got a friend and he's hooking up with trannies, it's not my business to put that shit out there, you know. Amongst me and him, we could have that conversation, you know. But for me to put his business out there and air him out on a public platform, you know, you're kind of selling your people out for views, you know. You're doing it for clout.
Yeah, man, for sure. Look, man, a lot of the stuff that No Jumper does, right, is for views, straight up for views. Like from day number one, I when I started watching it, I was like, why would anybody watch this, right?
Yep.
And I'm not a dumb vato. I could tell right away what people's intentions are from right off the beginning, right? I could tell like why people be on here doing stuff reviews, saying that they do one thing and they do this and that, but I could tell that it's not real what they're doing.
Yeah, it's not
So
genuine.
yeah, it's not genuine. Thank you. That's a perfect word. And I see a lot of vatos doing that within the platform community, and Adam's one of them. And I see that a lot of what goes down on that platform is a lot of gossip and cheese, man, bro.
Yep.
And with the exception of like a couple people on the No Jumper, which I think are kind of cool, but for the most part, a lot of the people up there, like I have no idea why they there or why they famous or what, but they tend to talk a lot about other people's business, and I kind of think to myself like, why are you guys putting this out there? And that's what it is. It's just for views, to
Because look,
generate views.
there's as a fan of No Jumper, I'm a huge fan of his interviewing skills. He has him, Vlad, Cam Capone. For people in our community that kind of fucked up, and you kind of learn from your mistakes, and if you're not, you're learning as we grow. Um, they just interview some of the best, most relevant artists there is. So his interview skills, I fucking love that shit. Him interviewing artists, that's what I fucking love. That's what I love watching that shit for. The extra stuff, his co-host, the circus that's going on behind the scenes, it's taking the attention away from the true art of interviewing artists, bro. That's why I kind of would see what he was doing with these young artists, and I believed in the young artists in my area. You know what I mean? He set the tone for believing in this new generation of music. So he's kind of just he's selling his soul to the devil, no disrespect, just for some views and for not just the monetization, not just for the money aspect. He has to maintain those views nonstop, or in his eyes, he's a fail. You feel me?
But yeah, I totally understand that. But that vato doesn't need no more. He doesn't need any money, man. Look, I think he's well off. He went from I think a BMX rider to doing having a very successful platform, and I don't hate on the guy for having a successful platform. That's good that he has 4 million subscribers. That's awesome, right? But the content itself to me is a turnoff, because
See,
look,
it's
man.
more of a business, though. Don't you think, bro? Don't you think like
Oh yeah.
it's he controls the market in Southern California and California. Everybody, if it's mainstream, he's probably the biggest platform. You have the smaller ones in the brown community, you know, Hood Stocks, you know, Cholo. There's other rappers that do it, even with the hip hop platform. There's a lot of people that do what they do. Adam controls the market right now. He's like raw rolling papers. You know, he controls the market, and until people bring that same energy, I get what you're saying. This makes sense, like beyond what people can understand. You know, for people to grasp it though, I always try to look at it like this. This dude has a good business, man. So if he's not giving us the interviews, there's no one in California that's doing it the way he does it, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, he has the opportunity to do things, and people are gonna flock to his channel because he has numbers, right? So he's look, man. When every episode that you put out is bringing you tens of thousands of dollars, right? You
It's
know,
revenue.
it's revenue exactly. So he says, like, he goes, okay, it started off with. So what was it? How did
It's
I
his
even get?
personality too, though. It's the man, my boy. It's his character. It's his reaction to stuff. Anybody can interview artists. Anybody can buy 50 million views or 20 million views. It's just the way he does it is so fucking funny. He's relatable. He made being like one of those. He made being a dad kind of cool for us in our 30s in a way. You feel me? It's the way he does it, dog. But don't you think that that can all get taken away overnight, or no? You don't think cancel culture can end all that?
Mm, he hasn't done anything like too hardcore that would be canceled. But I mean, look at what the guy does for a living, bro. Like
Hey,
he
hey,
basically,
he had rape allegations when he first got started, and even Housebone brought it up during their exchange. He told him, "I had your back, Adam, when you had rape allegations. When the community, when my mom was saying, why are you believing in this guy? I had your back." He had some real bad shit on his name, fool, on some real stuff.
I didn't even know about the rape allegations, man. But
Oh
but
yeah,
yeah, go ahead, man.
yeah. There's I'm sorry, it cut off for about there. Yeah, there's a couple. What was it? The Dark Side of No Jumper or the Dark Side of Adam 22. There was a couple of videos out there putting his business out there, bro.
Damn, I didn't even know that. But I mean, this guy is like pretty much doing adult cinema, right? I'll
And
use
he's doing the adult content now.
that's what I'm saying. I'm trying not to use that other word, right? But that's why I called it adult cinema. So yeah, he's doing a lot of that stuff. So look, man, he's making money, you know, fucking up the ass like crazy, man. Like doing his stuff that he does on the side, and then having the no numbers, and then on top of that, he has like the what happened at the no Kelpie. Look, man, some of the stuff that I gathered from watching, like the back end interview when he invited Kelpie, they said that was like the 2 weeks before it got put out.
Yeah, they tried to like edit it down, or there was some stuff behind the scenes going down where his lawyers were trying to get it from not happening. So it was a little tug of war right there.
So this is a question, right? Which I'm just gonna ask a whole bunch of questions out loud. They don't mean anything, right? But look, man, you brought a good point. They make you sign the document when you get onto the no jumper, right?
Yep.
So so Kelpie signed that document, right? So they weren't worried because he signed the document and then they kind of played it down. But to a certain degree, it's like why even put that content out, right? Showing one of your guests gets jumped, but he knew that it was going to benefit him, and it propelled him to a higher level because everybody wanted to see, why that happened, right? So
But okay,
so
so are you obligated though at that point as a content creator, Big Dog? If you do an interview, if you have a clean cut platform, no. If you have an edgy platform, do you think you owe it to your audience to show it at that point? Because he's already fucking doing fucking adult content, man. Don't you think like why not just show the ins and out? I get what he's saying because no one's ever brought that point up. I've done interviews all night. No one's brought that point up. So I love to counter that shit. You feel me?
yeah, in my opinion, he didn't have to put it up, right? He didn't have to, but he knew it was going to benefit him, and I think Copy wanted him to to put it out because it was going to benefit him, right? So it's like everybody
Monetize
benefit.
it.
So he puts out content deliberately that causes drama, or like they invite guests and there's fist fights, and I think there was one time they had a guest would spit on somebody else's face, and then they started
Yep.
going at it, right? It's just that's
Well,
what
yeah.
it
I
is.
mean, every 200 interviews, this happens. Every 200 interviews, something goes viral. And somebody brought it up in the chats the other day. It was genius. They should have saw this before coming. They should have tried to curve it because every 200 interviews, a big scandal, a big fight happens, man. Because I'm not gonna lie, bro. He has tons of good interviews. But if you are not, for the people, if they're not a dedicated listener, all they're gonna see is the headlines. Kelpie gets hit. This fool gets spit on. He's right. You feel me? Because that's just what's more trending. You see a 5 second clip, 10 second clip, or do you want to watch a 1 hour video with full context? Humans are lazy nowadays. They're gonna go for the 10 seconds.
Yeah, yeah, and it's working for him. But I just think that like he's just putting a whole bunch of stuff, for no reason. But he's gonna do whatever he needs to do for views and for likes. But um, you brought up a thing that now it's got me wondering. Since he makes everybody sign documents,
Yeah.
right? I wonder if American Cholo signed the document when he went up to No Jumper.
No, I doubt it because it was a forced interview. There's a couple artists in the No Jumper history that had like forced interviews, and that was kind of forced upon. Where it's like, I mean, they pulled up. It wasn't like disrespectful, but they pulled up with some type of energy. So that goes out the window. At that point, they're demanding an interview. So nah, I mean, there's really no, because if you're gonna make Gil sign it, you're gonna make every motherfucker sign it. So what they did was, AD's a street cat. Let's just do something that's unorthodox. Chop it up with them. They want an interview. Let's give them some time. Doing those here. Let's give them the energy because we don't want them to come back and want to follow up with Adam. Let them get it off their chest now, and the rest will be.
Yeah, that whole situation was mishandled, man. The way Um, I think Little Hater made an episode, and he was trying to like say that this is something because there was a lot of animosity between the No Jumper camp and Gil, right? And kind of like the question was, why don't they have the ability to talk to one another and do it behind closed doors and come into agreement and say, hey, listen, man, I think you're disrespecting my podcast, and you know what? I would appreciate it. So a lot of stuff could be handled behind closed doors, but for some reason, everybody wants to put up their mess on this on social media. I don't understand why, right? But I think it was mishandled. I think Adam 22, if he should have been there, and it should have been just a one-on-one with that just Gil and Adam and have an adult, peaceful conversation, a meeting of the minds.
Yeah, of
You know,
course.
but it didn't even happen, and it had to have like a time limit and be respectful, right? But it's just, look, I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Gil is good at what he does, and and that's trolling other podcasters, bigger channels, and pushing buttons. Gil's good at that. That's what he does because but that's just my opinion, right?
Yep.
Um, but I don't think I think he's a little jealous of not being as big as a platform as he wants to be. You know,
I mean,
and
he's growing. Sorry for cutting you off, but like he handled it wrong. He pulled up 20
yeah,
fucking deep, man. He pulled up 20 deep to make a statement. He came with MCs. He came with like different rappers. He handled it wrong because in the midst of that, he was going at it with a different content creator because audio surfaced of him saying some racial stuff. So it kind of redirected the attention off him into a bigger, message. And I agree with what you're saying, man. You know, it's just that whole thing was just, it wasn't handled properly. Nobody really learned nothing from that situation. It's just a view for the people. There could have been a real message that was pushed that day, and it really wasn't.
there's no resolution to all these podcast wars and podcast beefs, man. You know, because like nothing got resolved when Gil went over there. It's just a matter of time before No Jumper says something stupid or does something stupid. You know, or it's a matter of time before Gil just decides another reason why to go off on No Jumper and start stirring the pot, and it's gonna continuously happen, man. You know, all the time, man. And this is, look, man. I'll be honest with you. Um, there's very little podcast going on, man. Very little podcast going on. It's a lot of chisme, in my opinion, right? I'm
Yep.
not calling anyone specifically chismosos or whatever, but if you
Call
feel
them
that,
out.
what's up?
I'm like, call them out.
No, look, I'm just saying there's a lot of chisme going around, right? And if you feel that it pertains to you, then hey, that's for you to interpret, you know. But it's aside from this, man, it's like all this back and forth. For one, what's the point? What's the resolution? What's the whole point of it, right? And when it comes down to is, it just comes down to views and likes and just trying to grow your platform through these means, you know?
Yeah, I think there's like, look at, No Jumper has an audience that's gonna follow him no matter what. He's gonna have critics. The same with American Cholo. He's gonna have fans. He's gonna have critics that follow him throughout his career. If both of those guys got canceled, they still have a strong street following that can keep their message going forever, dog. But the main reason why I said that no jumper thing was BS. Some of the I know a lot of these people that are on social media that people talk about, and like the same rappers that were there were clowning Gil as everybody's there. So if the message was righteous, how come the people you were with, some of the people you were with, were like clowning you, like they were down talking the whole process before, during, and after. Bro, the biggest battle we have is with fentanyl right now, man. This guy's worried about wording, like the word police, and people like putting labels on different type of content creators. Views are good, and it generates money. Ultimately, if you can do YouTube right, it's a business. These guys know how to trigger our emotions because some people want to watch it. Some people rather donate. But ultimately, it's we're kind of like, we got to be in control of our own emotions. And I don't like to label too many of these vatos, with what they do, this type of content or this type of content. But in reality, that's look at what he's saying is a reflection of reality. That's how people look at their content. But ultimately, though, they even though I don't watch American Cholo, he does do some great interviews from what I'm told, and Adam does great interviews, dog. There's just that little bit of of the of the extra noise that takes away from their true skill. They're some of the best interviewers we have right now, dog. You too. You see, if they would do what this Vato's doing and cut all the gimmicks, we would have some real good dialogue going on right now,
But,
amongst each other. But we really don't. There's a little bickering going on amongst each other. But we really got to get back down to the roots, and we got to keep it more consistent. If we're gonna be a podcaster, don't take shots at no one. Stay focused. Eye on the prize, bro.
yeah, for sure. But to a certain degree, I understand why they do what they do, because it's like when you run your show into a particular way from day one, right? Like, oh, you run your podcast or your program in a particular way, it doesn't generate views because they're like, it's so the moment you get up on podcasts and you start talking shit about other platforms, right? And you create drama, right? What's it gonna do? It's gonna create attention, and that's all
Well,
it
no,
is.
yeah, there are some platforms that drive, and all they can do is just fuck this person. Sorry for cussing, but or F this
No, go
person, or
ahead. Go
this
ahead, hey,
person is
man.
this and
You,
that.
you can say whatever you want on my platform, man. This episode is we're just shooting the shit, man. So if you feel like you want to cuss, fuck it, go ahead. I don't give a fuck, whatever.
That's what I'm talking about. Because some people say, fuck this person, fuck this person, fuck this person. But like all that shit aside, people are trying to create, a network of just an audience, man. And there's got to be other people that kind of step up to the plate that are doing content like what my boy's doing right here. There's another platform, Indicted TV. They're doing great content, man. And it's the interview parts. It's what they're talking about. It's what we hang on to. If hey, for us, when Adam goes live, he's not really on there most of the time. He has a lot of great podcast creators that are part of his team. So like there's us watching that all day, every day, and there's no drama. But when the big dog gets on there and something's trending, something's gonna kind of blow up, bro. I don't think they really do it for the negative aspect of it, dog. Like he is trending on what the pop culture is turning into, from my daughter to me to some of the older cats that are kind of in the culture still. We kind of tap in to see what he's talking about, who's this rapper, or what's this and that. I mean, he's more of a brand at this point. I don't think Cholo's on that level yet. Somebody said American Cholo is running for office.
Oh, I kind of saw a little bit of that when he was on Rhodium Radio, man, and good for him. Hopefully he does win. Hopefully he does do something positive. Hopefully he stops, creating all this conflict upon other podcasters than actually support Bob
Yes.
Lazar, right? You know what?
Yes.
Look, man, I met Gil once, right? And I think I called into his podcast once, and then after that, he never allowed me back on here, and it's cool, right?
The
But
hell?
I don't care. It's like whatever, right? Like I don't see this podcast game for for how I used to. It to me, it's like whatever now, right?
Yeah.
But I think he preaches he talks a good talk about unity, but he actually there's a lot more division between podcaster and his community than actual unity. I mean, it's hard for you to say unity 1 minute, but then you're doing other stuff, putting people on blast, and just for no reason creating drama upon other podcasters talking about other people's family members and whatnot. It's like, dude, why are you doing that? And then he later on he deletes those videos, or he gets into fights with a former guest and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I
for
mean,
real.
I don't understand it, man. It's like uh, I I think Gil would be a cool person to talk to, right? Like as a person, like face to face. I don't think that you know in a podcast like standpoint, I don't agree with a lot of the stuff he does, but that's just for me. Does that mean I personally dislike the vato? No, I
Uh,
because I don't really have anything against them, right? He's never. He's doing things that I myself would not do, but that's what he does. But going back to what I was saying, I hope he does win and put more focus onto the political spectrum and see what he can do.
Yup. We need that, bro. We need that battle now with our people, man, and hopefully inspire some of these youth to get into politics.
Yeah, well, you know what? It we definitely need to get the right people in office, man. It's for too long. There's a lot of dumb stuff going on, and we need to look, man. I have this saying that I say all the time: the gifts that have been bestowed to me don't belong to me. So
That's
meaning,
right, bro.
if you, Gil, or anybody or podcasters know something about podcasting, teach it to your other podcasters. For
Yep.
you people who understand stuff about the government, then teach them stuff about the government. The more knowledge we share amongst each other, the more ability that gives us to empower one another to help each other succeed. But what do? Oh shit! I found the secret to this information. I'm gonna keep it for myself. So now I'll be the only one that gets elected to office. I'm the only one that's gonna get views. I'm the only one that's gonna get the contract. That's bullshit, man.
And
That
where's
doesn't.
the growth? And where's the growth right there? Exactly, fool.
There
Where's the
isn't.
growth at that point?
There isn't, man. Look, man. This is what I do. It's like for me, it's like, hey, you know what? I got a job for you now. And for me, it's like if I can't do the job, I can't do it, but my homie can. That's
Yep.
how I operate because it's like if it's not meant for me, it's not in for me. It's like, hey, we have the chance for you to come out of the movie, and I'm like, oh, I can't come out of the movie, but I know somebody who can. You want me to
Pass
call
that
him?
on. Yep.
It's like that's how I operate all the time. And if I have like a good guest, right? And I go, oh, this guest is going somewhere. I see talent, right? What I do, I call my fellow podcaster. Hey, I got a good person for you. Why do I have to hold on to the keys to the kingdom, right?
You
I
know what
just
it is? Not enough people want to network like us, bro. Let's just be real, man.
it's beyond stupid, man. It's just
No, he, he
that's
he's
just the
speaking
way
he's
it
speaking
is.
on facts, man. Because I've put some people on in the podcast world who have blown up, bro, more than I have, my boy. And I love that shit. For someone to make it on that level, dog, and grow, and for me to have a part of that, that's fucking beautiful, dog. You could only wish he would have that same type of energy, but he really doesn't, bro. I mean, he does with. I mean, I look at it like this. I think Gil kind of knows the formula. He's building off that formula, and I think because he's on some positive, shit, he should keep it on the positive shit. He has no right to big brother anybody. He should just kind of leave that for the birds and stay on his interview skills, go do some politics. But when he calls out people and he wants to big brother people, I mean, I don't mind watching that content, but it's almost like two different characters. That's the kind of content I do sometimes. I like to call people out, um not for the views, because I notice if I call somebody out, the content creator always responds, and I'm doing that with 20 views. So I kind of have a different agenda. I could do a clickbait title and get some views in real quick, but my main thing is just to get my message pushed, brother, through content creators, through youngsters, or whoever, bro.
Yeah, Gil has the possibility to be great and do something a lot better, but When he starts to punch down on people, I'm like, dude, like you're just hurting yourself on the long run, right? You're doing a disservice to
You're right.
yourself, and you're doing a disservice to your community, bro. Like
You're right.
I constantly tell people to elevate themselves, but for some reason, it's we just can't figure a way to do that. And I'm like, all right, whatever.
You know what it is, man. They got a little bit of clout, and they know how to handle the little celebrity they had. You feel me? And they kind of just it built a little bit of ego behind the scenes, and the rest is history, man.
You know what? This isn't real. This podcasting, it's not real, man. It's not real, and some people they think it is, man. People build personas, and I'm not talking about Gil specifically. I'm just talking in general. People build
In
personas.
general, yeah,
People build personas in their head or their minds, and then they think, oh, this is how I have to do. I have to protect my rep. I have to protect my cloud or whatever. But the reality is, like, how many people are actually watching, right? Is like, or how many people actually care, right? Is like you end up doing stupid things and end up in stupid situations because you're trying to live up to a persona. And it's like, all right, whatever. But going back to it, that's what a lot of people do on this podcasting, and it's not real. This is very fake. I say like a good 98% of people doing podcasting right now, they're not making no serious money out of it, man. And the people that are making serious money right now, I'll tell you one thing, they're not doing content like this, right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
and right now, well, what's the number one thing people are gonna say? Oh, tacos and workouts. You're talking a lot of shit, but you're being a chismoso yourself. Because I know what people are gonna do and say, yeah, but it's like I don't do content like this very often because I I don't like it. But once in a while you have to do this to like speak your mind because everybody speaks their mind, right?
Yep.
Everybody has the ability to call everybody out, and then no one ever calls up certain individuals for some reason. Some of the most successful um not most successful, but some people that have some success on this podcast community are the ones that are always talking trash and calling other people out, but no one ever seems to call them out on their trash. So that's why I say this is not real. It's not real to me, you know.
Yeah, man, because you really got to kind of like, if for some of these people, man, if you know what you're in it for, if you just start with the basics, if you just act like you're in tunnel vision, right, and you don't freaking worry about anybody, you find a community that you're interested in, you believe in, and you build off that. All right, and through that, you can get a little bit of paid revenue, sponsor revenue, direct sponsors, yearly sponsors. The options never end. All right, for me, I can line all that up. I can get about 200 shares, 50 shares on my Facebook, 20 shares on this. I go to my local dispensary, I go to my Walmart. I have people every so often that run into me that freaking take pictures with me, bro. For me, that's like a million views right there, bro. And it's rough, man, because if you try to make that quick YouTube money, that quick Spotify money, well, Joe Rogan is the only one making that real money on Spotify. I hate to tell you, people. So you better learn how to market yourself, know your value, and know how to make some money off this, because there is opportunity to make money through people that believe in your talent. If you could, you have some people that are verified. Tell them 3 times a day, share this post. Tell someone else 3 times a day, share this company. Tell someone else 3 times a day, share this right here. Do one for breakfast, one for lunch, one for dinner. People, if we all network, bro, the unity is beautiful, dog. If that vato would network with some real people and not just rappers that are trending, Gil can make some noise, bro.
Yeah, man, he could, but you said something that kind of made me think about something else. You said Joe Rogan, right?
Yep.
He's got his platform, he's got his podcast. You know, there's and kudos to him that he has what he has, right? How many celebrities don't have podcasts, right?
Yep. No,
And,
a
and
lot of them don't.
everybody has a podcast now, and I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, you're a celebrity, homeboy. Like, why are you doing podcasting, right? So it's way easier for them to get views, right? But instead of us helping each other grow, and they don't need the feria that they could possibly get out of podcasting, but they're doing it for what? Because it's easy money for them, right? So and
But
then
then
what
too
we
though
put,
with Joe Rogan, brother, sorry to cut you off. With Joe Rogan, we saw him from a young, like humble Vato in his living room doing podcasting with his friends. So like, and he was almost like Adam. We saw someone that was somewhat trending, that just knew how to keep a conversation going, and we just freaking we enjoyed it, bro. So when Joe Rogan blew up, it's like, bro, we're watching somebody we saw from the bottom blow up. And when people want to try to copy his format and they don't get what they want in return, they end up just snaking people. They end up going to the old school ways. Forget this person. This person's a fraud. It's it. I mean, it's dude. We see it all the time, bro. Like there's different celebrities, bro. All they do is shit on people, bro. Like real talk. There's celebrities that have podcast platforms. All they do is call people out, dog. If people just stick with a formula, man, and like Joe Rogan, he's big for mental health, bro. I know, I don't want to talk about it too much, but the suicide rate, just talking about our past abuse or trauma, it's therapeutic, bro. And Joe Rogan is somebody that instilled that in us, 10 years ago when we were watching him on different, Opie and Andy and different podcasts he would pop up and be a part of, like Mark Maron, the godfather of podcasting. I used to watch his stuff a lot back in the day, man, because I was appreciating what they're bringing to the table. And now Joe Rogan's a figure. Celebrities want to meet him and shit. And now he's not on YouTube, on Spotify, so he's like the 1%. Now everybody's gonna be a Joe Rogan. You know what I mean? The exception does not make the rule.
yeah, I like Joe Rogan, by the way. He's a good podcast.
Do you think he's the only one that came from the bottom to the top that hasn't like he's pretty much all his friends that were part of his family, like the podcast family, they all blew up and they all have their own lanes. Which
Yeah, that's the point they constantly tell people. Like, look, when he went up, he brought everybody with him,
Mhm.
and it's like that's what I'm trying to do with my people. I'm like, that's why I tell people when I go up, I'm bringing you with me, and they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, man. And then but I'm not saying like that I want to be up there because on the real, look, man, I just want to have a successful podcast, help as many people as possible, right? But
Facts.
I'd rather be behind the scenes, like helping other people grow and pushing them to be better, right? That's kind of like what I do, right? But the point being is him and his clique, everybody made it, and they're all millionaires now, and they're still. Have you seen some of the stuff they're producing now? It's very like you could tell it's very forced. So like, it's funny because they're like, hey, what are you doing today?
But it's
Whatever.
watered down. It's like the
Yeah, you
Simpsons.
could
It's
tell
like the
they're just
Simpsons this season.
you can tell they're on it like because it's like it's Tuesday, let's do a podcast. So and then they'll be like I'm just gonna say it like your mom's house, right? And you're
Uh
familiar with that podcast?
yeah, I don't. That's yeah. I used to like them a lot, but I don't really watch them no more.
Okay, so it's like I used to like them a lot too, not so much anymore. But like your mom's house, right? Like you'll get Tom Segura. Tom Segura is a very funny comedian, by the way. And but some of their episodes they're talking about how like, oh, you farted, oh yeah, I went to the bathroom, and they're just talking about that for like 15-20 minutes.
Got nothing to talk about. They literally. It's like they think because I mean, look, if they were in
And
the
they're
store
making
and if they stubbed their foot at the grocery store, they would talk about it. When you run out of ideas, like goddamn, this is a diary at this point.
and people are watching it. People are watching it because, and why? Because they don't know any better. Because they don't know that they have Voice of the Barrio over there, right, doing this thing. They don't know that Tacos and Workouts is over here, interviewing, these rap artists, comedians, and actors. They don't know, right? So they can't watch me if they don't know about me, right? So how do we break through, right? Hopefully, there's bigger
Hey,
channels that they help you elevate,
yep.
and build a community. But whatever, man. It is what it is.
Now behind the scenes, man. For the record, I pick this man's brain a lot, and I be soaking up game from the homie right here. So, we really do fucking appreciate the energy he brings to the table. And I have a circle of like 20 of us. 10 of us are content creators, and I kind of will, him. I have a couple other mentors, CC Dub, that I kind of pick their brain, and You know, those are the only ones that you guys know about. Um, and when I get that feedback, I recycle it with my people. And sometimes, you know, we apply that and it works. Sometimes it don't. But you know, for him to give us those tips, he don't have to. He could tell us, "Fuck you." He could tell us, "Learn yourself." He could ignore us, man. But he goes out of his way to give me genuine advice back, man. So I just wanted for the record to say I appreciate that.
Yeah, man, because like I said, like people think I'm full of shit, but like I said, the gifts that have been bestowed to me don't belong to me. So it's like I have like a lot of content creators either reach out to me directly and I give them advice or suggestions of how I see their channel becoming or improving, right? And those who don't ask for advice will straight up copy my channel and and
Mm,
and and steal from me or whatever. And at one point, it used to bother me, right? But now it's I don't even care because it's like I know why you're doing it because I'm the best podcast in Long Beach, California, and
that's
that's why you
right.
copy me. And it's like so whatever.
Yeah,
Good for you.
fuck him.
Now you have good quality podcasting or programming because you copied the best.
I mean, it's true. It's a trickle effect, man. If they don't appreciate it, you know, I don't have a lot of eyeballs on my YouTube. I have a lot of eyeballs on my audio platform. I got another homeboy. He has a lot of eyeballs on his YouTube platform. If I'm recycling the same shit, we're all winning, dog. If like I told him, I've used that same fucking line to my day ones only though, not new people. If I make it, we all make it. If we're out here trying to make it from the bottom up, I'm gonna make sure you get the same resources, the same energy I got, bro. The spotlight's on you too, not just me, dog. There's no I in team, my boy.
For sure, man. Hey, are you gonna like make any other content that's like a little bit kind of like a little out of the no, the ordinary? Like any other upcoming episodes that you might be working on pretty soon that you want to give out to the people watching
Yeah,
right now?
yeah. We actually have some like kind of like me just reflecting on certain, just certain like social media stuff going on in this world that we could apply to our youth. I'm gonna kind of tap on that. Um, got a couple interviews locked up in the works with the pop up show, and for the most part, I'm just really trying to push the vlogs with the neighborhood dope boy Lochino, Big Buddha, Cyclone 78, my brother Crook, Junior the Youngin, Slim B. I'm really trying to bring some attention to their page. So in the comment section after, I'm gonna put their info out there, and really I'm just trying to put my little homies on the map or just put more eyeballs on their music. And I want to salute once again, Tacos for helping us small podcast creators out, and just helping out the little dogs.
Yeah, yeah. And with that said, check it out, man. I'd like to invite anybody who wants to come onto the podcast, right? I'm looking for music artists, man. A lot of rappers out there right now are saying that they don't get the support and the recommendations of their peers, man. Look, man, if you want a podcaster to kind of represent you and you have good music and you want to display it on the channel, I invite you to my channel, man. We'll get together and see what we could do. We could talk about your music and trust me, when I'm very original, very unique. If you come to my podcast as a musician rapper, I'm gonna display you in a way that you've never been displayed before, man. um I'm just gonna leave it at that. So if you're a musician, shoot me a comment and we'll hit me up on IG and we'll start making these videos, man.
Hey man, real quick, I can't forget my boss man, Tony's Talk Showcase. Check him out. Tony's Talk Showcase on Instagram, all social platforms. The website www.tonystalkshowcase.com, and my other Twitch and Instagram co-host, the Rosin Kid. Just want to shout them out real quick. Sorry about that.
No, man, go ahead, man. This is your platform as well, man. It's not only my show, it's your show too, man. So it's getting kind of late, and I know you got tons of things to do. But hey, hopefully this is the first of many of you coming on to the show, man. Because we got a couple things we got to take care of, man, and it's gonna be a whole bunch of fun, man.
Hey, bro, I really appreciate this, man. It was a fucking honor, man. Let's get a part two going whenever, man. I'm always available to hop on here, bro. I did like 5 interviews today, man. I was gonna wrap it up, and then I saw yours. I would have ignored my last interview just to come on here, bro.
I apologize for that. I should have better planned this episode, but we'll do
Nah,
a better
man, it's
one
an
next
honor,
time.
bro. It's an honor, man. We appreciate you, man. If you see little hater, tell him to get at me, my boy.
Oh yeah. Little you and Little Hater should hook up and make some good solid content, man.
Let's get it, my boy. Hey, thank you, bro. Appreciate you, man.
All right, man. Take it easy, man.